Welcome to today's show. Where else but in my holla are you going to find venison backstrap tikka? And no box, no box. This is 1 tablespoon Kashmiri chili powder. It's not very hot. You can use less if you like. 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika. You use 1 teaspoon salt, more or less if you like. 1 tablespoon of garlic ginger paste. 1 tablespoon lemon or lime juice. We'll take the backstrap, the venison backstrap, and we'll cut it up into chunks about this big. You know, about, I don't know what size that is, but fairly good size pieces you'll see in a minute. We'll mix this up, these ingredients in this bowl, whip it up together, and then we'll put the meat in the bowl. We'll set that aside. While that's setting aside, we'll work on chopping up the vegetables, rinsing, washing them, putting it in the drain on this little draining rack, which is a cake rack over a pan. We'll let them kind of drain off. We'll go over on the stove, do some work over there. Now we're going to chop up, drain, and cube up the meat. Now we're going to mix around. Now we have the meat pre-coated. We'll set this in the refrigerator. Zucchini, peppers, and we'll wash some mushrooms. Okay, we have the vegetables draining in the pan, and we're going to swing over to the stove and go with the next phase. We are heating up about 2.5 teaspoons of mustard oil and about 1/8 of a teaspoon of yellow mustard seeds with about 1/4 to 1/8 of a teaspoon of cumin seeds. And we're going to heat the oil up until it begins to pop the mustard seeds. And immediately, as soon as it looks like it's going to get close to popping the mustard seeds, we're going to dump in about 1 tablespoon of besan flour or gram flour. That kind of toast up. We don't want to burn it. We just want to kind of toast it up a little bit. And I've heard the first mustard seed pop, so I'm going to go ahead and put the flour in. And this is about a 1/2 teaspoon, more like, yeah, about a 1/2 teaspoon, 1/4 teaspoon of salt and garam masala. So what we're going to do is we're going to kind of make sort of a roux with this. See how nice and yellow that presents. And we will combine all the ingredients, stir all this up, and add it to 1 cup of no-fat Greek yogurt. And then turn brown. Now we have combined our toasted mustard seeds with the mustard oil, a gram flour, garam masala, salt, and that little bit of oil we toasted it in, with a cup of zero fat Greek yogurt. And now to give a nice smooth creamy texture, we're going to add a little bit more mustard oil. And I believe we're ready to put the vegetables and the meat into the bowl and work them around with the marinade. We're going to work this around, a little bit of combination by hand and by spoon. And if we do this right, we should have a thin but uniform coating on everything, and it's going to be thick enough so that when it cooks, it adheres to the vegetables and to the meat. Okay, there we have it all coated up and ready to set in the refrigerator for several hours to overnight, whenever we get around to skewering this and putting it on either a tray in the oven, or we can take it outside to the barbecue grill and grill it out there, however we decide to do that. But there it is, all the vegetables coated. If you notice, part of this is, yes, we have a little bit of meat in there, protein, but we also have some lovely colors in there, some greens, some reds, some yellows, vegetables, and we're just going to kebab it up from here. Well, it's later. Not going to do any work in the field today. The saw went 10 minutes before the new bar managed to cause a chain track in a different spot on the spur and took it completely out, so it's broken down again. So why don't we just go ahead and finish this recipe up and go from here. Well, this is not rocket science, being able to open the container we have prepared before, and we're just going to use little broiling pans and skewers. I'm going to turn them like that, and then basically you just pick your vegetables out, pick them and stick them in whatever color and orientation you wish to do them in. I'm going to probably save the mushroom for last. Red, yellow, red, yellow, red, yellow, orange. And you know, these pieces of meat, they're cut about a hen egg size. You know, the original cookbooks didn't actually have real measurements to them. They just kind of gave you kind of that ingredient list. And still a lot of people cook that way today. I happen to kind of be one of them. It's just, you just know what goes in it, kind of throw that amount in there. And I think I got about room for my little mushroom on the end. Maybe scoot it down a little bit. And we're just going to do 3 more of these and put them in the oven. I think I have the oven set, what did I say, 350? 350, yeah, 350. You can do it a little warmer, a little cooler. Just depends on how long you want to do it, how big your pieces are. You cook them till they're done. The purpose of the pan is, you know, sometimes that oil is going to run right out and it's going to kind of pool in the bottom. I don't want it in the bottom of the oven. That's about it. So we'll see you when these things are done. They are just out of the oven, and as you can see, there's quite a bit of fluid that comes off the kebabs. We're going to plate them in just a minute. Well, there is our final product. It is a venison backstrap Tikka with improvised salad dressing. And if you remember our old friend, the coriander chutney, we just add a little bit of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, and of course some, what did I have over there? Some white balsamic vinegar. Thin this down, we'll put across the salad. We'll de-skewer, And of course we have just a little bit of fruit to go with it. So we have a fruit or veggies and just a little bit of protein to go with that. And with that, we are done. Thanks for watching once again. And remember, deer season approaches. Let's hope they don't hear you.